welcome back to a new episode of Nada's Cloud podcast, and today I have special guests. As you know, last time we discussed the amazing opportunity to study here in Finland, and today we will explore how you can take your Finnish experience to the next level. AIESEC. AIESEC is a global youth leadership organization which connects international students with internship and volunteer opportunities in Finland and all over the globe. So imagine gaining valuable work experience, developing your leadership skills, and all while experiencing Finnish culture firsthand. So if you're looking to make the most of your time in Finland, AIESEC could be perfect adventure for you. So today I am with Amir, who can give us more clear information about AIESEC and the opportunities they have and all information necessarily to people who are interested in AIESEC. So Amir, can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Thank you, Nada, for having me. So, my name is Amir. I'm 25 years old and currently working as the country manager of AIESEC in Finland. Basically, I've been a student in Algeria before. I studied my whole life there. Then, when time arrived, I had to move to Finland to proceed with my experience here, and currently I'm in Finland for 2 years working with AIESEC.
Great, thank you, Amir. So before talking about your work experience with AIESEC, could you please give us or share with us your experience in volunteering with AIESEC in Algeria?
All right. So when I was back in Algeria, I was really passionate about volunteering. I was always in every university club and association that exists, I believe.
Nice.
Until I was introduced to AIESEC in Algeria first. I started working with them, and back then we were doing projects, we were doing events. At the same time, we were promoting exchanges. So we are one of the top leaders in terms of exchanges in the AIESEC world in Algeria, and we were sending over 2,000 students yearly to do exchanges abroad. So this is like how it started, and I was volunteering with them like in every occasion. We were also sometimes receiving some internationals in Algeria, and this is how I start connecting with AIESEC. Until I was growing with the organization, I took like higher leadership roles, I took higher opportunities until the position in Finland was opened. And I said, why not? I'm looking for a depressive and a cool place, so why not Finland? So I applied with them as a national marketing head, and here am I today.
Great. Before going to your career with AIESEC, how do you see that volunteering in AIESEC can contribute into the student experience, and how can it enhance their skills, soft skills, etc.? Can you elaborate more or explain more, or do you encourage students to get involved in this type of activities or join AIESEC, etc.?
So yeah, I highly encourage students to do so. Basically, back in Algeria, I had a business in graphic design and marketing. All these skills I learned through AIESEC, where I was like a basic person who knows a bit of Photoshop. When I joined, I was using it to do memes. And after a certain experience with AIESEC, I learned how to design to projects, how to do branding and basic design stuff. And from this, I started doing freelancing back in Algeria through my experience in AIESEC. And also, like when I started to grow and I created my own marketing agencies with some of my friends there, the people that we were working with or the freelancers that I was sharing project with were my members. Or the people that I trained through AIESEC And currently, most of them, I can see them in Instagram, in social media. Most of them are working in graphic design. Most of them are working in marketing. And guess what? I don't even study marketing. I studied engineering, and same
Oh,
for all of them.
okay. Interesting. That's very impressive. That's nice. It's nice to have diverse skills and not focusing only, because I saw some people, like if they study a field, for example, they study IT or chemistry, then they want only to continue in one field. It's a good thing, but to have so many skills and adopt so many other stuff and study so many other fields can also contribute in your career, and can open doors for other opportunities for you.
Yes, especially with volunteering, because in volunteering you are not accountable to consequences. You can do as many mistakes as you can. You can try new things, and you are the leader of yourself. You are just volunteering. You are not getting money out of that, but you are getting the experience. So if you made a mistake, or you have a really, I would say, like crazy idea that you want to start, and you don't have any resources that you can do it through, you can just do it in volunteering work. I believe, like when I was volunteering with AIESEC in my third year, I wanted to start learning a bit of software development. And guess what? I was a leader of a department. I just added a team of software developers that were first year students in LISI, National School of Information, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, and most of them were looking for practical experience on in coding in general. So we just drafted a project. We start working on it by ourselves. We drafted the website. We designed it like a really basic design. I can laugh when I see it, but it was like the practical experience. We didn't have any obligation of doing it, but we needed the experience and we needed a portfolio. All of us want to increase their GitHub, so we started collaborating and we start working on that, and all of this through the volunteering experience.
Okay, okay. I see that volunteering, especially in university, like in the period of university and studies, is very powerful into enhancing the skills of soft skills and so many other skills for the students, and it can prepare them to the work or the career world.
Yes, because every job that you will face on LinkedIn, every job that you want to have, if either in Algeria or abroad, they will require you to have a year, like some years of experience, and they are not looking for 1 year experience. The minimum is 3 years, 5 years experience. And as you are a student now, and most of you, you don't have the chance to have that experience. But with the volunteering, you can count it as your experience, because you will be specialized in certain field in the volunteering world, and kind of you are working on a startup or in a business. And this is what I could gain with AIESEC. It has like, it structures the same way as any organization or any company, in a way that I could get the tools, the knowledge that I need, and those kind of technologies that I learned there, that could vouch for me in my interviews and my functional interviews when I was applying for jobs. So I would say, like with AIESEC, I could get the experience for free that I require so I can apply for jobs after I graduate.
Wow, that's very impressive. That's very impressive. And a lot of people, they don't know or don't have enough information about AIESEC, or they never heard of it. So I think they are missing a lot.
Yes, you are missing a lot. And there is not only AIESEC back there in Algeria. There is a lot of amazing organizations. All of them are adapting really complex structures. I'm not talking about basic organizations like, association in Algeria, the one that all dudes are leading them, and
Yeah.
you learn nothing from that. You
Yeah.
need like a youth run organization that young people are running them, because those youth are trying to get technologies, trying to get new things adapting them in the organism of this volunteering, and you get the experience out of that. And the thing with AIESEC, since it's an international organization, we get the tools, the knowledge from an international team, and everything is ready for us, so we can adapt it directly to the organization. So you can see that we have the international support that make us or make our structures as complicated as it is right now, and we can learn a lot of things from that.
Yes, actually, that's what I was going to point out, like how the international culture or exchange with different with people from different backgrounds added to your experience. How do you think?
I think it added a lot because when I was back in Algeria, I was like working also through AIESEC. I could volunteer with other countries online. We call the position entity support team, and we were supporting multiple other countries. I worked with Slovakia, I worked with Belgium, I worked with the UK, and I worked with France. And when it was my chance to move abroad, I already had some network there. I had people that I already know, even though we didn't meet before, but they are like friends. We laugh, we jokes online before, so it was easier to make that connection with them. So you can say that I already had the base that I needed from those people to trust me enough so they can include me in their lives. Same thing here in Finland. I met some people like Bulbaba. I met him online. I had a talk with him, and also he guided me through a lot of things the first time I arrived here.
Okay, that's impressive. So networking was a lot easier for you through AIESEC experience.
Yes, because the thing is with AIESEC, it's an international organization. At the moment that you say that I'm an Aiesecer or I'm an AIESEC member, that means you are friend with all the AIESEC network. All of them, they will offer you things, they will offer you spaces, they will guide you through things. I remember I was traveling through Europe. I just sent a message to those like countries. I sent a message to the official page of Austria, AIESEC in Austria, saying hi, I'm traveling to Austria. It will be really nice to meet some people. They hosted me, they took me to places, they guided me through all Austria, and I didn't even ask for that.
Okay, that's very nice. Continue. You can continue.
All right. Same thing for other like people, and also like you can connect with them through. We have something called international conferences where we meet all together for 5 days or 3 days, and we can network together. We are like we. I would say like our relations get stronger through those kind of cultures.
Okay, that's very nice. That's very impressive. And I think it's prepared you in very structured way before moving abroad. So it was like you were already ready or prepared to experience culture exchange abroad.
Yes, it's like a teaser for you because you will know those people, you will know their lives, how they live, how they connect, how they talk. And the moment that you move abroad, you already have this backpack that filled of information to those people. So you can project it on the new people that you are meeting. At the same time, you will not have this kind of cultural shock. I believe like when I moved here first time, I didn't like for the first week I was talking with my friend. I was telling him I didn't even feel that I changed the country because like talking to foreigners, using English in daily communication, some things I already used to do that. Like I was working with AIESEC for over 4 years before, and like when I met real people in real life, I wasn't that shocked.
Okay. That's very nice, actually. Yeah, because a lot of people they face cultural shock, when they move abroad, since they were not in touch with internationals or people from different cultures and backgrounds, and that's sometimes make the integration for them very slow or difficult. But I see for you it was a lot easy.
Yes, it was a really easy, and I believe like that through my experiences. I can talk about some experiences of them. I when I joined ISAC back in 2018. Of course, like when you join first time the national organization, you will only work with national organization. However, you can work with other regions. So I joined ISAC in Babes, that was the Algiers East, based in the University of Hawaii Boumediene. Uh, I was only connected with those people. Then I start growing my network and start like learning about Isaac in Iran, Isaac in Bijaya, and other regions. And that made my networking much easier because every time I wanted to visit those cities, I can know people from there and they can guide me, they can host me. Then when I start growing, I learned about the international experiences that I can get with ISAC, and I volunteered with something called Global Support Team for Youth for Global Goals. So I joined that team, and I believe we had someone from Portugal, someone from Australia, Hong Kong, Japan, Slovakia, and me. So it was like really diverse people from diverse time zones. It was so difficult to have a meeting. I believe like we're having a meeting at 6 a.m. our time, and it was so difficult for me to wake up. Yes, but like through that, every time we have a meeting, we had a check-in, we check on each other, what we are doing, how is things, how is stuff. And we start, I would say, breaking that ice between us and between our cultures. So it made me more accepting to them and to their beliefs or to their lives. And that, I would say, that's what made me grow. Like I could apply for other positions, I could work with other countries, and every time I go to a new team, of course, we need to have to break the ice. There's some people that I have to work with them every day and see their stories on Instagram, on Snapchat, and that made me like understand their lives more. Like I was living a virtual lives with those people that were my friends from a really long distance. And when you live a virtual life with internationals, that shock will not be really hard because you've been there. You've been seeing that moment every day for the past, I would say, 1 year or 2 years of your life before moving abroad. So the moment that you see it on real life, you say, this is how it feels.
Okay.
That's good.
That was nice. Actually, I know Amir on the personal level, and I saw that you take the leap or try so many, let's say, unusual activities, and you take the risk always, like among the group. I noticed that, and now I understand why. Like the experience you had of like having sauna and then going into the sea straight ahead. Also, when you were fasting, I think you used to go to sauna as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, like you do some unusual and activities, which is unusual for some people maybe, or difficult for others. But for you, you always take the leap to try new things, and that's very impressive.
Yes, actually, like when you try new things, this is how you learn. And that takes me to the sauna experience. Normally, when you come to Finland first time, they all tell you, hey, go to sauna. It's really nice. It's really healthy. This is how Finnish people sound like. So I wanted to try it, but of course I didn't have that friend, that Finnish friend that will help me through the experience baby times or baby steps.
Yeah.
But they always talk about what they should do, how they do it, etc. So the first time I came here, I tried it. Okay, I should stay in the sauna for 15 minutes, and I literally was timing myself. Then I go jump to the snow. The first time was scary.
Oh my god.
But after this, you get used to it. And also, like, I would say, like, 2 months ago, one of my friends or our group friends visited Finland. He was from Algeria, and he never been in Finland before, and it was his first time, and he came straight directly from Algeria visiting.
Yeah.
So I told him, okay, you want to have a sauna experience? Let's go. And we went together. It was like freezing cold. It was in February or March. and the sea was still cold and still
Yes.
freezing. Went to the
Yes.
sauna and we went swimming. The first time he was scared, but
Oh.
after a period, after we tried to first get in only into the water, then start swimming, and we
Oh
start
my
seeing
God.
like we start encouraging ourselves. We saw like an old lady swimming, and we were saying like, okay, if she can do it, we can do it. We are men. You know this?
Okay. That's very funny, Amir. And now, can you talk about? I think now, since you mentioned all of that, I understand why you have chosen AIESEC as a company, let's say, or organization where to work or to build your career. But I want to hear your words, like when or how the idea came up into your mind, or the opportunity, or whatever you want to mention. Like, how did you decide, okay, now I want to join and work with AIESEC?
Okay, so basically, it's a really funny story. Like, it was summer, and it was like that summer was my first summer from the first year in university. So you can know, like, when you pass your baccalaureate exam, you have no summer.
Yeah.
Pass baccalaureate, you start preparing for university, and you go to university.
Yeah.
The next summer, it was so boring. I didn't have anything. I was only working and going home. And I had this friend that I met through university, and I was seeing her that she's still active in during summer with AIESEC. So I start asking her what is this organization, and she tried to explain it to me. Then, of course, I did the basic thing. I went to Google and start looking what this organization is all about. Then the moment that I wanted to join, guess what? They rejected me. They didn't want to accept me
Oh.
because I was living far away from Algiers. So they were thinking that it will be really difficult for me to pass 2 hours a day to go and back. But of
They
course,
don't know you yet.
yeah, they didn't know me. Like, literally, they had their first induction day, we called it. It was the day that they introduced the new members to the organization itself, the one that they accepted, of course. I showed up there, and I went directly to the room, and without like any acceptance email or anything, I went to the room. I attended the induction. By the end, I saw the person who rejected me. I went to her. I was like, why did you do that? And she tried to explain it to me that this is the only reason. And I said like, okay, but you cannot know. You don't know me much to judge that I cannot make it, because I study here.
Yeah.
I have to go to Algiers every day. So
Oh.
why not for this AIESEC? And of course, I challenged her in a way, and I proved my point. And today I can say like I'm nearly closing my experience with AIESEC, and I've been in this organization for over 6 years now.
Okay. Wow. Wow. That's very impressive. And how was the career experience right here in Finland?
I would say challenging, because the first time I moved here, it was like a full-time job, and I had a Mexican leader. So basically, her leadership style and the experience that I had, I would say it was challenging. It was something new for me. I would not say that I thought a million times of going back home,
Oh.
because I wasn't like really, even that I worked with multiple people and multiple internationals, but when you see something that's horribly happening to you every day,
Yeah.
and you don't have like a way to run, you cannot go home, you cannot go to your friends, you start feeling the loneliness of being abroad.
Yes.
But
Oh.
it was only a challenge, and I survived 1 year with her, so
Oh
I
my
can
God.
survive everything right now.
Oh.
The second year, I took like her position. I became the leader of my team, and currently I have an international team. I have Romanian, Russians, and 2 Algerians, of course.
Nice.
So the experience is much smoother. I learned like in some moment I could say that I related to her, because like being in a leadership position is a lonely role, but that doesn't justify what she did to the team itself.
Oh.
But like when you have like a really, I would say it was a good experience. At the same time, I learned a lot. I made really strong friends. So I would say like I really went to the roots of being in the professional world in a foreign country, and I could work with multiple people right now.
I see actually a lesson from you, or let's say I learned a lesson from you. So you were struggling with this leader, or I don't know how do you call her?
You can say a flask of a leader.
Okay. So you were suffering with her during 1 year, and every night, or let's say every in after every period, you were trying or thinking about quitting. And now we're seeing you taking her place. I mean, that's very impressive.
Yes, because the experience that I had wasn't that good. I wouldn't say that I enjoyed every moment of it,
Yeah.
but what I learned from it, that I should make it better for the people like after this experience. Of course, if you go to my team right now, they will complain a bit of me. Of course, they have to because I'm the manager kind of. So I have sometimes to be strict, I have to yell, I
Of
have
course.
to, of course, for the organization's sake.
Yeah.
However, like I tried to not lead the same way, and she taught me that. I would say she taught me a really good lesson. That is, first of all, never give up, because it was a really timely experience, and I never gave up, even that it was. I would say I was really struggling with that. And the second thing, I learned from her how to work with a really, I would say, a really horrible person in a way. So I could really tolerate her. I could really work with her for 1 year and doing my vision and doing my stuff. And she told me one really good thing by the end. She told me that she thought of like letting me go multiple times, but the only thing that didn't allow her to do so, because she didn't have the motive. I was doing my job and that's enough. I was doing my job perfectly and that's enough. And this is what I was thinking about. So she didn't find that reason to let me go, except hating me. So
Okay, so what we can deliver to people is that just never give up, as you said, and do your job perfectly. Work hard, and continue working or doing your job perfectly, even if you're facing difficulties. It is really hard to do this. And you pointed out the difficulties that internationals might or people may face when they work abroad. So you will not find the best manager all the time or the best leader. So you need to be smart on how to deal with these type of situations. As we can see, you passed through difficulties with her, and I do actually remember the stories. But you resisted and you continued. You had a goal at the end, okay? And you have reached it. You have been a leader as well. And now, or let's say, you leaded a team within this year. And this is actually very impressive and encouraging to everyone who is trying to give up or who is in a toxic workplace. That's a big lesson for all of us, actually, not for.
yes, it was like a lesson for me also. And I can give like one, I would say one more mark. When you move abroad, never stick to your bubble, because right now you have no bubble. The bubble that you have is only you and with your demons, of course. So try to expand through that bubble. Like if I went here and only like I came here for a job and was doing only my job and sleeping, I would never meet Nada, or I would never meet the people that I know right now. So I was every time I find new experience, I find a new opportunity, I was going through it. I was doing it. Okay, volunteering in this event. I was like taking opportunities, and right now, like I would say, like it was so like random. I met this producer, and right now I'm acting with them. So it was so funny, like in a way that I didn't like let my faith based on only one job or one opportunity and let myself be only around the people that I came to work with. But I had to expand through my bubble to meet new people. I have traveling friends, I have partying friends, I have picnic friends, hiking friends, people that we do with like Eid and Algerian holidays,
Podcast friends.
podcast friends. So those kind of diversifying my network and trying to expand through my previous network made me really, I would say, strong as a person. And right now I have my root in Finland.
Nice. Yeah, I admit that. Yes. Thank you so much for all of these tips, hacks, information, and sharing your valuable experience. Thank you so much, Amir, for that. And actually, since you shared your background, I think I can do even more episodes with you. So be prepared.
All right. Thank you very much, Nada, for having me, and good luck with the podcast. It will be great.
Thank you, Amir. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. And see you next time. Have a good day.
See you next time.
Bye.